Welcome back to another stream, my quick crypto family and coin factory family. Back at it again, 33 days in a row, I believe now. If not 34 now, we are going strong as always. Every single day we're doing this. And we have got some insane Casper Alpha to go through in this video. As I've heard people say in the past, Casper Alpha is best with a lisp, right? And that's what I'm here to show today, right? So ultimately, we've got some massive alpha regarding Casper, regarding stablecoins coming to Casper. Very bullish. And we're going to break it down, you know, the live stream, the recording of the confirmation of stablecoins coming to KRC20, which is huge news. We'll listen to that and also explain why it's such big news for Casper all in all. As always, if you enjoy the stream, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. We've got a lot to cover in this stream, as always. A lot of crypto, Casper news, but also crypto sentiments in general. So again, massive well done to everyone in the stream today who's getting in early with the scoops, getting in at Casper when it's valued at 15.57 cents, down 3.61% on the daily time frame. It's now correcting into this region that I said it'll probably correct into over the next few weeks leading up to the rate cuts. I believe we're going to see it correct and stay around this area for the time being. Maybe start pushing a little bit lower, and then once we get to the 18th of September, I believe it is, in and around then, I think maybe it's slightly earlier than that, in 2 weeks' time, we are going to see the rate cut, the meeting come through, the announcement of rate cuts, and we'll start seeing most likely crypto and Casper correct a little bit further down. But this announcement is going to generate some FOMO for Casper, I am sure, and may help with the stability and stemming of the bleeding for Casper's correction incoming. Casper God, my man, welcome to the stream. Thank you for joining in. Leroy, my man, welcome to the stream once again. Cody, Legend, hello, Andy A, Magic, Mark, hello, and Brady. Hello, guys and gals. How's everyone doing today? I'm doing fantastic. Everyone else, how are you doing as well? It's a very good day to be a Casper holder. When we get stablecoins, everyone will know that Casper is... Everyone will use Casper for sure, 100%, or for safety. I'm guessing that's an Aussie term. Don't know what that means, but I'm guessing for sure. But yeah, 100%, and we're going to get into exactly why. So, without dilly-dallying anymore, we're going to get into the main topic of this stream. We'll go over it again later on when people join a little bit later, but we got this post here. Huge alpha, USDT and USDC stablecoins coming to Casper very soon. Pay very close attention because you're not going to want to miss how big this announcement truly is. So let me just quickly play it for all of you right here to listen.
Yeah, guys, and then while I'm up here, really quickly, I was just going to, kind of drop some alpha here for everybody. We are currently in the process of, Wolfie approached me yesterday and connected me with a pretty big cross-chain bridge, liquidity provider, and all that. And if all goes well and they're looking to integrate with us at KDX, we should be able to be bringing stablecoins to the KRC20 community.
Holy shit, that's massive alpha.
Yes. So we're currently in the talks about integrating with them at the moment. I can't drop their name, obviously, for, reasons everybody should know about, but we are in talks with integrating and dropping some stable coins for everybody, which would be huge.
Amazing. That is going to be absolutely huge. Is there anything you could tell us about? Is it an existing stable coin, or will it be your own stable coin?
No, it will not be our own stable coin. It'll be existing stable coins like USDC and USDT.
Absolutely massive. Well, you don't expect that, do you? You weren't even actually a line up for the panel, but you come up here and drop probably some of the biggest alpha going.
I feel like I had to give you guys something up here for that poor answer I gave Marco. So
I actually haven't.
So, as we heard, alpha stablecoins are coming to Casper. This is massive news, and we're going to break down exactly why. Of course, Casper's KRC20 is coming out arguably in the next week or two. I mean, the fact they've already got this confirmation means that when we get the launch of KRC20, which will have their meme tokens, the nachos, the Casper, the go to Casper, many more meme tokens launched, we'll probably get the stablecoin launched almost at launch, the relaunch of KRC20 as well, which is very big news. And I've covered this before in my free Discord server, which is going to be on screen right now. It's also going to be in the chat and also in the description of this live stream. Free Discord server where I put out information where I can. All of us are building on this together right now. Talk about it more in a little bit, but I spoke in my community about it in the past, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, the importance of stablecoins. This is from Harvard, a Harvard Business Review, August 2024, so last month, just gone. The race to dominate stablecoins. It is a race. Companies right now are fighting to capture the market share that is a new form of money is creating in the crypto universe. Stablecoins have the potential to rewire the global financial system, and in doing so, they could allow software to eat banking and financial services, sectors left relatively untouched by the internet right now. They could displace legacy payment and credit card networks such as Swift, Visa, and MasterCard. Stablecoins are extremely important. To my knowledge, they make up about 80% of all crypto transactions right now. They are very, very important, and stablecoins are going to completely detach, rewire, displace the old monetary system which utilizes Swift. That's from Harvard, the biggest university in the world. Then we got this from JP Morgan. JP Morgan made a post, or they commented about it. An analyst of JP Morgan stated that stablecoin issuers, which Casper is now going to become one, stablecoin issuers who have adhered closely to existing regulations will benefit from the upcoming regulatory crackdown and gain market share. Again, another very, very big post proof here at how important stablecoins are, and especially if you're compliant with regulations, how important stablecoins are. Now, why is this big for Casper, you ask? Well, because the KII, Rory O'Neill from the KII, confirmed in a Casper roundtable about 2 weeks ago that currently KII, they are focusing on, I'll tell you what minute it actually is. I'll load up everyone should know what I'm talking about by this point, but it's this roundtable right here. And at the, which minute mark was it? I have it saved in my notes. At the 47-minute 25-second mark, Rory O'Neill states and confirms that the KII are currently in the process of creating a regulatory roundtable group which includes experts from Europe, United States and the MENA region to discuss how to make sure they are compliant with regulations from day one with stablecoins and with Casper in general. So, stablecoins are going to be launched into KRC20 much sooner than we think, which is very, very big news. They haven't disclosed the name, of course, for NDA reasons. We can't know that just yet, but they'll be coming sooner than we think. That'll help with the adoption of Casper as well, which will be very, very big. We've seen here how important stablecoins are. Harvard said so. JP Morgan said so. Casper, KRI are going to help with making sure they're regulatory compliant from day one. The fact that you have the likes of the JP Morgan as well also stating and believing that a bill for stablecoins, the regulation for stablecoins, will likely be approved before the election in 2 months' time. Again, very, very big news. And also then, as it mentions in this post, that issuers that adhere closely to regulations will benefit from the upcoming regulatory crackdown. That does leave a little bit of a grey area, if you will, for USDT Tether, which does not adhere to regulations. So if this continues to go in this fashion as time goes on, Tether may start losing its liquidity, losing its influence in the market, and those which adhere to regulations will start stealing that liquidity from them. And looks like Casper may end up being one of these projects that start to grow in this market for crypto significantly and gain market share by being compliant with regulations. This is very, very important news, and it's again what we've been talking about the whole time. Another key catalyst that is, it's so hard to determine how much money is about to flood into Casper. The KRC20, as we can see, is already performing amazingly in its testnet 10 phase. It's not fully released yet. We're not on 10 BPS yet, which is coming in Q1 of 2025, so about 5 to 6 months away from now. We're going to have 10 BPS, and these sort of numbers we're seeing right now, when the full KRC20 Casplex is released, in my opinion, is going to do leaps and bounds better. So much better. The meme tokens on the initial launch, especially, maybe once it's been out for a few months, it may start to simmer down a bit, but the meme tokens, the initial launch of the KRC20 with the Casper that goes to Casper, with Nacho and many, many more, they will help initially the increase of liquidity and volume and adoption on the KRC20, the Casplex. That's going to be very, very big. This new stablecoin announcement, this alpha, is equally going to showcase and confirm of this incoming liquidity that's going to flood more so into capital. This is going to help more of the longevity. Meme tokens are good for the initial pump. Stablecoins are good for the longevity. And we already know how amazing Casper is, being the blockchain trilemma, being very, very fast and secure, very scalable, and also very cheap fees right now. And it's going to probably be even cheaper as it continues to, improve, and the development and the technology continues to be developed more and more and improved. We're seeing how good KRC20 is right now, and it's only going to get better from here. There's a lot coming for Casper. And with this announcement, this alpha, potentially it means that when KRC20 is launched, which in my opinion will be this month, there's a lot of information, a lot of sources stating that it will happen this month. We could see meme tokens come out, of course, on KRC20, which will help the adoption, and then this new stablecoin on KRC20 very shortly afterwards, if not at the launch date, which will be amazing for Casper. KRC20 is a unique, new, incoming 4th generation. Like it's not 2.0, Web 2, Web 2.0, it's 4.0. It's not even 3.0, it's that much better right now. That the KRC20 will, in my opinion, still a lot of adoption liquidity from these other crypto projects, Cardano, AVAX, Tron, Solana, which Solana, as I showcased in my stream yesterday, Dr. Martin Heisberg, the director of Uphold, showcased that right now the volume, the adoption liquidity on Solana is dropping, which is not good for Solana, but this also will open up avenues for other blockchain and block DAG, in Casper's case, protocols to come in and take that liquidity. So this is very, very big. And it also is important to note that, again, the KRI Rory O'Neill mentioned in this roundtable, which is also why I'm not too surprised to see stablecoins coming in. They mentioned they want stablecoins, KRI said going to help with Casper there, but also because Rory O'Neill told a major financial institution that manages between $20 to $40 trillion a year in customer assets, they currently do 95% of their settlement contracts on the Ethereum chain. Now, of course, they have smart contracts, so that helps. Until we get smart contracts, which I covered again in yesterday's stream, it's going to be hard to see the same sort of surge, if you will, in adoption for Casper. But stablecoins are going to be a very big factor for Casper. And Rory O'Neill told this major financial institution, if they were to switch from Ethereum to Casper, even right now, not to mention what's going to be in the future, just right now, on the gas fees alone, they would save tens of millions of dollars a year. Do you understand how insane that is? Absolutely nuts. As Michael Sarna has stated a little while now, I think a month ago in the past, technology-wise, Casper is at the boiling point, and I couldn't agree more. This is major alpha. Proof here showcasing how important stablecoins are in this market, and the fact that Casper getting involved in that is going to help significantly with the adoption of Casper's KRC20, which will in turn help the use case and therefore price and adoption of Casper going forward as well. Casper also, in due time, I imagine, is going to release their own stablecoin, which will be very, very big in helping that surge in liquidity and adoption and price. A lot's incoming. And that is just, again, with Casper and this major alpha. There's so much more for Casper I'm going to showcase in this live stream, as well as in the crypto space, which is showcasing right now that this month may be a down month. You can see, again, crypto is kind of going through a red river right now. It may be on the upside tomorrow. You know how crypto fluctuates. But this might be a down month, but going through October to November to December, that last quarter, Q4, is going to be a very bullish month. Not just because historically speaking, also because there's some developments happening in Q4 that will allow to see a bigger injection of liquidity in the market. We could see crypto turn on its head and pump to the upside. Very, very bullish all in all. So I'm very excited to see where Casper and crypto goes from here. And if you enjoy these streams, as always, trying to bring you the best Casper news as quick as I can. Feel free to leave a like on the stream, share with your friends, and subscribe for more. And if you want to learn much more about the crypto sector, not just Casper, because also I talk about Casper, of course, because this is a Casper stream, but just crypto in general, market sentiments as well. Right now, I've got a free Discord server. I've created it last month. We got just short of 300 members in a span of a month, which is absolutely insane. We are growing very quickly. We've learned a lot already about Casper. The most immediate, as soon as this announcement was made, someone in my community posted it. I didn't even get a chance to look at it yet. People in my community are also contributing to helping spread the information, spread the knowledge. We are learning so much already. I will put a quick disclaimer out there right now, because as this Discord's been growing much, much faster, which is fantastic to see, there has been, unfortunately, as always, those who want to take advantage of others, so to speak. So there have been people, bad actors, who have been impersonating me, and they're not even joining the server, so I can't even ban them. So you've got to be careful about that. I have reiterated in my server time and time again, and I'm reiterating here for all of you now, that I will never, ever add you first on Discord. If you want to add me, I'll accept your friend request, and that's fine. And then we can chat PM if you choose to. But I will never send the first friend request because I don't want you to get scammed. I want to deter that as much as possible. So I will never send you a friend request. If you get a friend request from someone impersonating me, no, it is not me. Check their user. Check their username, check their account, make sure that it is not me. And also, please, if you can, let us know in the community, because we're trying to flesh it out where we can. There's only so much we can do, unfortunately. As this community grows more and more, I'm sure it's going to get worse, which really does pain me to say, but there's only so much I can do. But at the same time, they're doing it because they understand that this community right now is growing very quickly, how successful it has been so far. Everyone, so far, I've had so many positive comments from the community, people who are happy and have learned a lot already, and we're learning so much more already. It's expanding, it's going to grow more and more. In due time, I'm going to end up creating sub-channels about other crypto sentiments, other crypto projects, to help make a more complete and friendly community. So if you want to learn more, please feel free to join. The link is in the chat right now. It's also in the description and also in the homepage right on screen right now. But it's been a great opportunity for all of us. In that server already, we're able to call market sentiments when the rate cuts occurred around the world but not in America. And we saw Warren Buffett sell half his Apple stock. We saw the Japanese yen rise against the dollar. We were able to predict and call market sentiments, in the sense that we all believed. I spoke about it in my server, I spoke about it in my streams as well, but in my server I said, likely we're going to see a correction to the downside. When Warren Buffett sold on the Friday as the stock market closed, when the Monday opened up and the stock market opened up again, I said, we're going to probably see a quite heavy correction, and we saw a crash, 20% down. You saw a very heavy correction right here. And people who were aware of this, who knew from our community, some got here at this bottom level of resistance right down and support down here at 12.5 cents. I managed to get in at 13.5 cents. So it's been a very beneficial thing for all of us, I'd like to believe. And if you want to learn more, again, free to join in the chat right now. Don't hesitate. And if you've got questions, people are very friendly and people are very welcoming. So I'm sure if I don't have the answers to your questions, they'll be able to help you out where I can't. That's the whole point of the server, to all grow our knowledge together. And this is how Casper community and crypto community grows. That's how we all become rich, hopefully, and millionaires, Casper millionaires. Good afternoon, Mr. Jason. Thank you very much for joining the stream, my man. I did look up Fifi, I think, in yesterday's stream, and I mentioned that it was seemingly a very new meme token that, therefore, I know meme tokens can be very volatile. The best way to make money from meme tokens is getting on it very early, but it had very few exchanges, and for me personally, I'm just not too passionate right now on meme tokens. So, I mean, I'll quickly put it on screen for those who are intrigued about Fifi, who want to see what it is. But this is the Fifi that I believe is being referenced. Yeah, me personally, I have not got involved in it, and I don't plan to right now. So I'm considering it is a micro cap, a very small project with very few exchanges. I would just be very cautious, trade at your own discretion, because this is, you know, one of the riskier projects in the space, most definitely right now. Jay, I keep getting ads as I'm watching live. I apologize, my man. I don't set them. Like the ads are just preset by YouTube. I will be going through the video again later on in the stream if you missed it. I mean, I'll try and, you know, I mean, there's not much I can do about it. I'm very sorry about that, Casper God. I am very sorry. The ads are just pre-put in by YouTube. I don't place them myself. Hopefully you don't miss. Hopefully it doesn't ruin your experience too much. So I heard the bull run ends April 2025. Isn't the bull run top Q4 2025? I don't know who's telling you April 2025. I'm not going to say they're incorrect, because maybe things change with institutional adoption. But to my knowledge, historically speaking, the bull run tends to end in Q4 2025, typically end of October going to early November. That's typically when the bull run will tend to end. So if someone's telling you April 2025, I'd ask them, where's their proof? Because ultimately you can never take anyone's word for it. In this space, you should never take anyone's word for it. Even me, even myself. The difference between me and other people I'd like to believe is that I provide, proof, resources, sources, proof of evidence that what I'm saying is not just my word of mouth, it's actually true. It's not, the whole trust me bro, as the crypto people say. Like, I'm not just saying trust me bro, this is true. I'm showcasing proof of why I say what I say. So if someone tells you April 2025, find out why he said that, or she said that, and if they're incorrect, either you ignore them or you educate them. I think education is a very important thing. I think everyone needs to grow their knowledge in the space to help capitalize on what is going to be a very profitable market, in my opinion, for a lot of people. And as Leo is always here, reminding me when I forget, if you love the streams, feel free to leave a like on the video, smash the like button, share with your friends, and subscribe for more, because I've been doing these streams every single day, more or less every single day at the same time. The times may vary. I'll let people know in my community, my Discord server, if the times vary, but otherwise it's the same time, 4 p.m. GBT, 12 p.m. EST, 9 a.m. PT, 11:30 p.m. in Australia, almost midnight. Every day I'll be doing these streams, and I've enjoyed them a lot. You guys have made it a very, very enjoyable experience for me, so thank you very much for being here, and hopefully we keep on going as we keep on growing as well. It would be nice if BRICS start using Kas. It would be very, very much so. And I don't think that is completely out of the wrong possibility, considering that as of 1st of September, so already gone now, unless something's happened, Russia should have now passed a new bill, a new law to accept crypto transactions and crypto mining for the first time ever. Or at least they accepted crypto mining now. Of course, it's going to be Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the largest project. But considering Casper is the second best proof of work in terms of hash rate right now, I wouldn't be surprised if sooner or later, if not already due to profitability, that they had started mining Casper. Now that is speculation, that is trust me bro, so that again you need to prove and fact check for yourself, but I'm just stating the fact that Casper is the second best proof of work in terms of hash rate, right behind Bitcoin, and also it's more profitable than Bitcoin right now in terms of mining. I wouldn't be too surprised to hear, oh, Russia's mining Casper. I'd be like, cool, that's amazing. I'm not surprised though. And then speaking of which, speaking of crypto sentiments, let's just say, a bit of a weird segue, but as we can see here, we've got breaking news from Ash Crypto, right? Qatar is launching full digital asset regulatory framework to make Qatar a crypto hub for gonal firms and transform into financial center. Countries are now FOMOing into crypto space to attract more capital into their regions. Now, why is this giga bullish? Well, again, as it just states, countries all across the world now are starting to flip the script and starting to be bullish on crypto, accepting crypto. Qatar in particular, as we can see from this post, Qatar used to ban, it was prohibited in Qatar. Stablecoin regulations, crypto regulations, they were banned. But now, they flipped the script. They're now accepting. They're launching a full digital asset regulatory framework. They understand that crypto is going to, again, those who, in my opinion, and this is my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt, but in my opinion, those who are bearish on crypto, saying it's not going to amount to anything, it's going to crash, it's going to burn, it's going to be rubbish, there's so much evidence to state otherwise. This here is one of them. A country that used to be FUDing and heavily against crypto. Russia was one of them as well. Now they've passed regulatory frameworks, they accept transactions and they mine crypto now. Qatar's changed the script as well. This is very good for the future adoption of crypto. And a lot of these developments happening now will start picking up pace to the end of this year, 2024, and then go parabolic in 2025 as this financial system starts changing more so. And then from 2025 to 2030, we're going to start seeing in the bear market a lot of more quiet developments, I guess. But we'll be seeing again the gradual shift from this swift fiat monetary system to a blockchain-backed one, gold-backed monetary system where projects that have real use case, real utility, not just market cap, projects that have significant community, adoption, innovation, those are the ones that are going to gain significant market share and go absolutely parabolic in the future. There's no doubt about that in my mind. And Casper, being one of the most innovative projects in this space, evidently, as stablecoins are going to be launched on it, very, very soon. KRI also involved, going to help out very, very soon for Casper as well. Casper going to take a sizable portion of this market, still liquidity from the top project in this space, in my opinion. And as it grows in adoption more and more, it may become, hopefully, I'd love to see it become the most popular, most in-demand blockchain in this space for retail and hopefully for institutions as well. As it ends up dominating the energy sector as well. We've got this article here by Fadi, which I think is worth a read. I'll leave it in the chat for anyone who is intrigued right now. But this article talks about levelizing cost of green e-fuels, DRI, Desert Energy, which is, another connection to KRI with another connection to Casper. The reason why I highlight this here is due to the response that KRI gave about it. This is a great article. Green e-fuels are essential for sustainability in new markets, and Casper's fast, ultra-secure, scalable network can enable the creation of efficient, transparent marketplaces and trading platforms for these fuels, unlocking their full potential and driving market growth. Very exciting. This is institutional adoption coming to Casper right now. There's going to be an event. I reposted this already in my Discord server. There's going to be an event in Dublin. Did I retweeted it here? I should have retweeted it here. Apparently I didn't, because I'm just so good at Twitter. I've amazing stuff here. I retweeted it that there's going to be an enterprise event taking place in Dublin, 24th of September, which is less than 3 weeks away now. And that is going to be, and look, the demand, due to strong demand from our institutional partners, we have limited seats available. That's just how amazing Casper is. That their institutional partnerships include the likes of Shell, DHL, Hyundai, and many, many more. Not all of them have access to join in and be seated at this event to hear more about Casper and what it can bring, because there's too much demand for it. Casper will soon surprise the world. Again, why I'm so bullish in the direction and future of this project and this Casper Alpha, which I will showcase again in probably the next 15 minutes for those who are joining the stream a little bit later. This alpha is absolutely massive, as we're going to see stablecoins coming to Casper sooner than we think, and that's going to help with the that's going to help with the initial growth for Casper, but also the longevity as well. It's going to be very, very big. How likely is it that we retest 12 to 13 cents level? From what I've heard, the rate cuts will make the market go down in short term before pumping again. What's your thoughts on that? Yes, that's the exact same thread that I've put in my free Discord server. A thread explaining, historically speaking at least, where the direction of rate cuts tend to leave the market. Rate cuts are a sign of a bullish turn in the market. Rate cuts do always correlate to a bull run, but there is a catch. Rate cuts normally cause corrections followed by the bull cycle. So in that regard, I am not stating it is possible or impossible. 12 to 13 cents level would be around here. That is down here. That is a possibility, but there are factors to take into account that you need to keep in mind, which again, the stuff that I explain in the server, in this live stream, and also in my community, it's the other market sentiments. Rate cuts will cause correction in the market. I am very confident in believing that. But it's the severity of the rate cuts which have not been disclosed that will affect how bad the correction is. If it's a 25 basis point or 0.25%, we might just see it come down to here, potentially here. If it's 0.5%, so 50 basis points, we might see a much heavier correction. We have to wait and see. Seemingly right now, Bitcoin is gearing up to correct back down to 50k again, where it saw this correction, this massive crash when the market went through that whole situation at the beginning of the month. So we might see Bitcoin correct back to 50k, and if it does that, then yeah, maybe we see Casper go back down to this region again. But again, keep in mind what's happening in September for Casper. Stablecoins, as the alpha mentioned, stablecoins are incoming for Casper sooner than we think. The KRC20 will likely be launched this month as well. Very, very likely. It's not confirmed, but very high speculation is going to be launched in this month. We've got, 3 weeks, 4 weeks till the month is over. We've got a lot of time. KRC20 will likely be launched before then. We've got this enterprise event happening this month as well, which could help in Casper's adoption as well. Kraken, the top tier exchange listing, confirmed that they have secured a spot listing for Casper. Potentially, we see them announce their listing this month as well. There's a lot coming for Casper in this month alone that we could potentially see a lot of bullish developments incoming very, very shortly, which is why the correction for Casper is hard to determine. Rate cuts are a sign of bull runs, corrections followed by bull runs, but the severity of the correction is hard to determine when there's so much incoming for Casper on the other side of it. So you've got to understand all the market sentiments, what's happened already. Because if we get, let's say we get KRC20 next week and the rate cuts follow the week afterwards, KRC20 might cause Casper to push up here, rate cuts and it only come down to here max. Or let's say we get the rate cuts and KRC20 is not announced at the end of the month. Then we can see it come down further than here, and then KRC20, and then we see that sharp reversal. We have to wait to see what catalysts come out and exactly what order they come out into, because that can affect crypto, but also Casper in particular, because we'll talk about Casper. In regards to just crypto, rate cuts will cause corrections in the market first, in my opinion. That's what history has shown us time and time again. And if you want to know more, again, I've got it in my free Discord server. I've got a thread about it where you can understand with sources to understand kind of what happens historically with rate cuts and get a better understanding of where this market's going to be heading in the next month or two. And again, I'm trying to buy 340 Casper coins, but it's a bit complicated to do under 18-year-old. I mean, the fact that you have daily in these streams been buying more and more Casper, yeah, it's a bit complicated to do when you're under 18. You know, it's not illegal, so I'm going to pretend you didn't say that, but you are sitting very, very comfortably, my friend, very comfortably, to be having Casper this early on and building up your bags constantly, you know, to be part of Casper when it's valued at 15.6 cents. Absolutely dirt cheap, undervalued. A project that is, in my opinion, going to reach $5 in this cycle. Very strong belief it will hit at least 2, if not much, much higher, and potentially as high as 7. And it will be going up and up from the years to come on from that, 100, 1,000, 10, 20 years down the line. You're getting at 15 cents. No matter how much Casper you buy right now, the fact that you're here in this space, and hopefully in the server as well, you are sitting mighty comfortably, my friend, so well done to you, wholeheartedly. When will Casper nodes fully migrate to Rusty? Now that is a good question, and I've got a very simple answer for you. This here, I'm guessing you're referring to this, is the Rusty nodes, the mining nodes, right? This will fully go to Rusty when 10 blocks per second is up and running, which will happen in Q1 of 2025. Now, why? Well, because these are not indicative of the mining migration. This is not indicative of the migration. This is indicative of the miners currently mining on what nodes. So, right now we've had a soft fork, not hard fork, a soft fork, which is the implementation of Rust, which allowed the miners to now use Rust, which is better. Rust is better than Go, but think about it this way. Even to this day, there are people who are using Windows 10 as opposed to Windows 7. The I don't know what the terminology for it, the interface, you know, like Apple, Windows, like it's Windows. I mean, I use Windows 10, of course, but people who use Windows 7 still. It's the same thing here. But when 10 BPS is fully integrated onto the mainnet, that becomes a hard fork. Soft forks are backwards compatible, that's why you can still see Go nodes. But when a hard fork is done and the 10 BPS comes out, these Go nodes will be obsolete. They'll be, you know, mute, be nothing. Therefore, the miners, if they don't want to miss out, they'll have to migrate fully to Rust, which is in their best interest anyways, so they should do. So to answer that question in a very short answer now is just when 10 BPS comes out, that'll be 100%, which is going to be hopefully, most likely Q1 of 2025, so about 5 to 6 months away from now. Jay Honey, good afternoon, my man. Is Casper swappable yet to USDT on one key? I don't know. I typically use Tangent, so I don't know. I'm sure, again, someone in the server probably knows. They probably answered your question already if I haven't seen it already. If not, feel free to ask in my free Discord server if you're not part of it already. There are people who know a lot more than I do. And, well, everyone knows their own unique section of information. And it's great to, you know, build up on knowledge together. So if you want to know more, don't hesitate to ask questions. And we can help you out where we can, all of us together. And actually, I want to quickly, before I answer this question, I want to cover this as well, because I had a question about this a while back, which I think is also very, very cool. Caspian now supports KRC20 as a decentralized application, possibly the first dApp of Casper. Public beta is available for testing. Ultimately, it allows for minting and transacting KRC20 tokens without adding anything specific to KRC20 to wallets. So for those who are asking me previously, when or how can we mint KRC20 tokens? Can we do it yet? Yada, yada, yada. Soon. Very, very soon. At least with Caspian. So this is very, very big as well. Showcasing again how close we are to seeing this shift with Casper and its growth and adoption and what's to come for Casper, which again, it just fills with so much bullish sentiments. Again, Casper being down 3.55% on the daily time frame, 15.57%. I'm laughing right now. I pray to every god there is. Depending on your religion, again, I pray to anyone, everyone. I pray to Batman that we see Casper correct down. I would love to see Casper go down 10 cents. Because the people who flooded the project then they'll be laughing at us. I'm like, okay, cool. 10 cents Casper, you're flooding it and laughing at it. I'm laughing because I know it's going to go up. At least I strongly believe it'll go up. So I'm praying Casper goes down more so I could buy a cheaper bag. Bull run topping out anywhere between March 2025, October 2025. Look at the consistent accumulation patterns of Bitcoin since 2022 bottom to the pattern we are in now. Okay. Well, historically speaking, from my understanding, it tends to peak. I mean, we can see here, 2022, it peaked in November 11th. We can see here, in 2018, it peaked around December. So a little bit later after than that. Going to the weekly, it's not the most accurate, of course it's now so far out, but again, it's just trying to get an understanding. I mean, when you go for obviously it's good to analyze the whole market. I'm not going to try and say it's not, but when you go so far back when Bitcoin was so young and so early, the market has matured and developed so far from then. Like 2011 Bitcoin is nowhere near what 2022 to what 2024 Bitcoin is right now. It's nowhere near the same. So, especially now that institutional adoption is here, people are saying, that's why trying to base things purely off what's happened in history is important. I'm not trying to say it's not. I mean, that's where I get a lot of my information from as well. But I also understand that as much as history is important to be able to understand the market, you've got to look at the present and also the future, right? What's happened this time and what's happened beforehand is institutional adoption. Institutional adoption here for the first time ever, and that may affect the direction of the market, how soon we see a top, how soon we see a bottom. We may see it stop at October. If it happens in March, then cool. I think it will happen on the latter end of 2025. With institutional adoption here, they might want to push it even further. They might push it to December. Again, we have to wait and see. But I think, I mean, from what I know, I mean, I'm going to be taking my profits from Casper, and I'll look and try and judge the top where I can, and let my community know when I can as well. But I'm hoping, and seemingly historically from my research, I'm believing it's going to happen around October, if not early November. Why we still pull back? Why we still in a pullback? Because there's not enough liquidity in the market right now. Yes, the alpha's bullish news. There's a lot of bullish news coming for Casper. A lot of build up to the KRC20 launch, but there's simply not enough liquidity in the market right now. Miners are not making profit from mining Casper. Bitcoin and Casper both are not making profit from mining Casper. The rate cuts are looming, and rate cuts, historically speaking, are a sign of a bull market, but with a correction firsthand. And even though rate cuts are not going to happen for 2 weeks, or at least till the announcement likely, people are preparing for it. There's not a lot of liquidity in the market. People are seeking safety in the dollar. So we'll see, I think we're going to see for the price of Bitcoin probably hovering around, I think we'll see Bitcoin in the next week or two probably hovering around this region. The days coming up to the rate cuts, we might see it pushed down to 50. And then when the rate cuts are actually announced, we can see, potential reaction from the market, whether it be very disastrous or maybe not that disastrous at all, maybe even bullish, because if it already come down to 50k, rate cuts come through, it might already be at the bottom and start reversing. We'll have to wait and see. There's only so much you can judge from history. You've got to actually just kind of analyze the future incoming sentiments as well. Any other good exchanges other than Uphold for buying Casper in the UK? I personally, because I am also in the UK, I personally use LBank. It's not the safest exchange, at least in my opinion, full disclosure, but I have a Tangent wallet, so I will typically buy my crypto, my Casper, at least not mainly just my Casper actually, just my Casper. I'll buy my Casper on LBank exchange. Reason being because it's got the cheapest exchange fees, the transaction fees of 0.1%. So if I have to buy $1,000 worth of Casper or £1,000 worth of Casper, I only pay a £1 $1 fee. And then, I've pretty much got all my Casper that I've actually paid for, as opposed to some other exchanges that have a more expensive transaction fee. And then I just transact that to my Tangent wallet for safekeep. And that way I have there's no real risk in doing that. Or at least it minimizes any risk that could come from it. Exactly. Q4 2025, dude said last bull run ended April 2021, but the market did a double top and actually ended in November. I mean, yeah. Again, going back to Bitcoin. We saw it, top here in April 2020. Yeah, April 2021, yes, but that's when it peaked, yes, and then it came back up and actually surpassed that when 69k. That was here at 65k. 4k extra, and it peaked in November. So, I mean, yeah. I think institutional adoption is going to be a very big factor to potentially change how the market reacts. People still, I mean, it's me myself again. There's only so much I can determine, but I feel like people don't give the institutional adoption much credit. It's going to be very, very big. And actually, to prove here for this incoming bull cycle, incoming months, let's say. I showed this yesterday in my stream. Q3 typically, historically, has been very bearish, and I don't think it'll be any different this time round, if not more so. Q4 is normally very, very bullish. 2021, we saw 168% rise. 2017, 415% rise. This could be as big, if not bigger. The reason why I say that is because of this. Those who may have forgotten, breaking, FTX, we know what happened with the collapse already, I hope. If not, that's something you need to research, because that was one of the biggest scandals in crypto. FTX will now start repaying $16 billion to its creditors in Q4 2024. Now, that's the bare minimum they can do after what they did to everyone. But point being, we're about to see a massive liquidity injection into crypto as FTX now start paying back its creditors, which is very, very bullish. Now, of course, you have to keep in mind that these investors, these creditors, they may decide to not go back into crypto, which is understandable, considering that they just got screwed over from FTX. But there'll be those, again, who probably stayed in the market. They're annoyed by it, but they probably thought, I'm going to learn from this and decide to go back in. So we may not see, the full 16 billion back into the market, but even just a 10% cut of it, 1.6 billion. That's still a sizable amount of money to be pushed into the market. So we will start seeing a massive injection of liquidity into crypto, which will help in the adoption coming forth as well, I'm sure. Obviously, the market is sizable, very much bigger, being at $2.03 trillion market cap right now, of course. But I still believe that, regardless, it's still a sizable amount of money being injected into the market. And that's going to help in the Q4 turnaround as well, so we can see even potentially a more bullish pump coming very, very shortly. And I'm going to get to the rest of the questions in just a moment. But as we're now approaching, the 45-minute mark, for those who have joined the stream a little bit later, I'm going to go through once again the video. For those who have not got a chance to see the Casper Alpha, this is a clip here. I got informed about this in my community before I even had the chance to look at it myself. And very, very bullish. I'm going to cover briefly why it's so bullish as well. But again, for those who have joined for the whole beginning, just bear with me for like 1 minute, 40 seconds. For those who are new, here's the Casper Alpha. Stablecoins are coming to Casper. Very, very bullish. So take a listen.
Really quickly, I was just going to, kind of drop some alpha here for everybody. We are currently in the process of, Wolfie approached me yesterday and connected me with a pretty big cross-chain bridge, liquidity provider, and all that. And if all goes well and they're looking to integrate with us at KDX, we should be able to be bringing stablecoins to the KRC20 community.
Great.
Holy shit, that's massive alpha.
Yes. So we're currently in the talks about integrating with them at the moment. I can't drop their name, obviously, for, reasons everybody should know about, but we are in talks with integrating and dropping some stable coins for everybody, which would be huge.
Amazing. That is going to be absolutely huge. Is there anything you could tell us about? Is it an existing stable coin, or will it be your own stable coin?
No, it will not be our own stable coin. It'll be existing stable coins like USDC and USDT.
Absolutely massive. Well, you don't expect that, do you? You weren't even actually a line up for the panel, but you come up here and drop probably some of the biggest alpha going.
I feel like I had to give you guys something up here for that poor answer I gave Marco. So
I actually haven't.
So, yeah, for those who already heard it, they have again those who are new. That is the alpha, the huge alpha of stablecoins coming to Casper, the KRC20, very, very bullish. I mentioned in a lot more detail at the beginning of this stream about the significance of this. I'm going to go through it briefly this time around. If you want to have a bit of a more full rundown to the beginning of the stream, or better still, I plan to make a video later tonight, probably covering it in more detail, so you can wait and stay tuned for that. But in simple terms, Harvard here, biggest university in the world, Harvard made a document, a business review, covering the importance of stablecoins, the fact that they can displace legacy payment systems like Swift, which is very, very bullish news. JP Morgan has talked about the fact that stablecoin issuers who adhere closely to existing regulations will benefit from the upcoming regulatory crackdown and gain market share, with the KRI going to help making sure that Casper are compliant with regulations. And there should be a bill in the United States, at least a strong belief that there will be a stablecoin bill passed before the elections in 2 months' time. So this is a very, very timely partnership alpha, if you will, before stablecoin regulations really, really take off. And, Casper's getting in just at the right time to gain significant market share. And the KRC20, the meme tokens coming to Casplex will help with the initial volatility and adoption to KRC20 and Casplex, and the stablecoins will help in the more longevity side of things as well. And soon, and in due time, I'm sure Casper will release their own stablecoin as well, which will help in the adoption. KRC20 in itself is already performing amazingly. We've seen here already. And it's going to, due to the superiority of Casper's protocols, what it is, the blockchain dilemma solver, just with the KRC20 launch alone with 1 block per second, it will definitely gain significant market share, in my opinion, as it starts growing in adoption. Probably eventually taking liquidity from the likes of Avalanche, Cardano. It will definitely take all the Litecoins, I'm sure. It's already done better than Litecoin with the poor launch and the relaunch most definitely now. It will take liquidity from the likes of Tron, likes of Solana as well, and also Ethereum, especially when we get smart contracts in the 18 to 24 months or so to come. It will take liquidity from Ethereum, I'm sure, and flip Ethereum when that happens as well with smart contracts. So again, very, very big, and I'm very optimistic what's coming for Casper, and that alpha is just, again, massive, massive news, and I cannot wait to see what comes in the very near future. And that will help if Casper, that when that happens, I'm sure the FOMO from that alone could help in driving a significant pump to Casper. When KRC20 is launched, I don't think we're going to see a significant pump straight away. Because KRC20, it needs the adoption to go first. I think we might see a decent reversal, maybe like let's just say a 5%, maybe 7% pump. But it'll just help in the continued growth of Casper as the market matures much more and more. Good morning, Mr. Miles, my man. Welcome to the stream. Pokesurfing, my man, welcome. Alright, Mr. Miles is getting way too comfortable with me. Love joking around. Yeah, the reason why, man, there's so much sources that I have a whole Word document stored where I kind of, save the sources there, and sometimes I think I retweet them because normally I retweet it and then I put it in my folder, but I haven't retweeted this time round. So I have to make sure I redo that. If not, either way, I've got it saved again in my Discord server, so it's quite easy to find thanks to the server. So yeah, maybe I'll start retweeting a little bit more for those who are my Twitter followers. For those who are not sure, this is my Twitter handle right here. Quick Crypto with the I being a 1 and cryptos being a 0. It's completely pointless to make any predictions and sharing hopes on some huge bull cycle. This cycle is completely different to the previous because of the macro situation and cannot compare. Yeah, I agree. I don't think it's pointless making predictions because it's good to speculate. It's good to have an idea of where your money's going. But I do agree, that's what I've been trying to reiterate at the same time, that it's very, very difficult to make any accurate predictions on the size, the surge, the potential outcome where this market's going to go due to, again, us being in a very unique position where institutional adoption here for the very first time. The historic macro factors, the historic market sentiments won't necessarily react the same way. The fact that we are here at 73k as all-time high in Bitcoin, 73k all-time high, almost 74k in March 2024, that's not the bull cycle. That's not the bull cycle. The bull cycle was meant to start when allegedly when the Bitcoin halving was meant to start, which was May. That was here. So, no, this shouldn't have happened here. This happened because ETFs were approved. ETFs were approved at the beginning of the year, and we saw a massive surge to the upside. That's why we have started seeing Bitcoin so high. So when the liquidity comes back into the market, rate cuts have happened, and the regulations are pushed out, and institutional adoption comes in more and more, and then the casual traders, the people who only get into crypto and maybe late 2024, early 2025, when they start getting in, that's when we're going to start seeing significant adoption for crypto. But it's hard to predict where we're going to see it go because, again, we're in a unique position where we've not seen it before. All we do know is that thanks to institutional partnerships, we're going to most likely see much more money ever invested into this market than ever before. More liquidity ever before. People, their predictions from CEOs of crypto firms and institutional investors and institutions in general, the likes of, the big boys like JP Morgan and BlackRock and them stating that we're going to see a global market cap for crypto this year, end of this year, 5 trillion, which is insane. and potentially as high as 10 by the end of 2025. That'd be amazing. Very, very big, and I could not be happier to hear that. We'll have to wait and see what happens, because we don't know if they're trying to pump our bags or not, but we'll have to wait and see. Although I'm very bullish for what's happening for crypto, and I'm sure crypto projects like Casper are going to gain a lot of market share and a lot of adoption to come. I was listening to Lark's stream. He was pointing out that there are several times where the United States reduced rates without it resulting in stock dumps. Yeah, there are times. There are times where it has happened. The only reason why I believe it's semi-different this time round is, again, due to the fact that the economy is in such a disastrous state where, there's a lot of evidence showcasing that we are nearing levels of the 2008 financial crisis, and, unemployment data showcase how bad it is as well. And the market, there seemed to be this worrying growth. I mean, it's always there, of course. People are always worried of it, but there's a worrying growth FUD right now. And that's what CNBC's reported time and time again as well, that the rate cuts that are coming in, they may not be enough due to the worry of recession. They might just be spreading fear, as always. You can't always trust mainstream media. It's just another source of information. You've got to make your own decisions, whatever. So there is a possibility we don't see stocks and crypto correcting. That's always a possibility. Rate cuts do cause a bull cycle. They don't always guarantee a reversal, but historically speaking, more often than not, they do cause a correction. Ultimately, though, I'm just biding my time and waiting to see what happens in the market. Right now, truth be told, I'm gearing up probably to fill another bag. If Casper comes any lower, if Casper dips, to the bottom of this band here, I might get in a little bit. And if it comes any lower to these levels of resistance or support, following potential rate cuts and, potential outlooks to the market, I will be getting in more so as well. With a spike in hash rate and mining difficulty, I find it hard to believe that to believe we retest a 12 cents Casper. The Casper is out of the bag. It's of trilemma, no pre-mine, no VC bags, and no to dump on our head. I mean, yeah, with the fact that it's so unprofitable to mine Casper right now, I would also be quite shocked to see Casper correct that far down. But at the same time, this happened here. 12.5 cents. So I'm not going to say, I mean, that was a month ago. Last month, if we look at what the hash rate for Casper was last month, let me get the website up. 2minus.com for those who are unaware. Look at it from last month. It's at 711 pH, as opposed to now it being above 1, which is very, very big. 1 EH, which is very, very big. But even then, I still don't think it was profitable to mine Casper last month, and we saw that massive correction in the market. So it's even more unprofitable now as the hash rate is growing, increasing more and more. Right now, the problem of the matter is just there's not enough liquidity in the market. But due to the fact that miner's not making profit, it also encourages the belief that there will be a reversal, because if the miner's not making profit, it's a proof of work project, it will collapse. So we'll have to see a reversal soon. And I think the development's coming for Casper with the KRC20, stablecoins incoming, their connection to KII, everything else that's coming for Casper, 10 BPS, exchange listings, all that stuff. There's a lot bubbling in the pot for Casper, which you can see a reversal, I'm sure, in due time. Do you think Casplex and Kraken will try to time their launch to post rate cuts? The timing could be really important for both Casplex and Tier 1s. Do you think they take into consideration? Potentially. I think it's a good question. I think potentially, yeah. I think that it's potential we could see that, because rate cuts, of course, will cause a correction where the market will be much lower, and it, for Casper, especially being a proof of work, miners not making profit, they might decide to launch it to give miners other means to, because KRC20, Casplex will also give miners other means to make money from just mining Casper. They could use KRC20 transactions as well, mine to KRC20 tokens. So potentially they launch it after rate cut to give miners alternative means to make money from Casper, which would be, cool. The initial adoption for Casper, I'm sure, will be very, very big, considering that we've seen previously that the initial adoption for Casper on a poll launch was 1.5 million, which is more than Litecoin ever got, which is very, very big. In its whole lifetime. So potentially, I think Kraken is one that, that's hard to predict, honestly, because they stated that it's hard to, these situations are complicated, getting the whole thing integrated, in a new project integrated can be quite complicated. We could see it times right after the rate cuts. As it stands right now, due to there being such little announcements from Kraken, besides the confirmation of a spot listing secured, we might see it this month, probably latter half of the month, maybe next month. It's good to speculate, of course. I think we'll definitely get it before the end of the year. And then for other exchanges to follow, hopefully Binance as well before the end of 2024, but other exchanges to follow, I think we will have to wait for the the hard fork of 10 BPS, because hard forks can cause problems. Obviously, Casper are doing their due diligence to make sure it's done very smoothly, very carefully, to not cause any problems. But hard forks can cause corrections. Not cause corrections. Hard forks can cause problems because it leaves the project exposed to bad actors, to hackers, and if there are any complications or errors in the coding, that could also be problematic as well. Now, Casper are taking so long to get this done that I doubt that's going to be a problem. The bad actors could always be a problem, but because of how secure Casper is, it might be very, very hard to do so. But because of that, point being is, if an exchange like Kraken, let's say, is to launch Casper, which they probably will, before the 10 BPS hard fork, they'll have to then also update their code when the 10 BPS is fully ready. And they'll have Casper's help to do that, but they'll have to do it anyways. Other exchanges will just get to list Casper. They won't have to go through the whole trouble of trying to get this migration of 10 BPS themselves. So that's why there's been times in the past with hard forks, for example, Gala. Where was it? I think it was in 2023. I think it was May around here. It was around here. In Gala, they had a hard fork of sorts. They had a situation with their Gala tokens, and they had to make the difference between, obviously, there's a difference as well. They had to make a completely new token called Gala V2 as opposed to just Gala, but they had to change some stuff up. Casper's not going to have a new token. It's just going to be Casper still, just changing the protocols behind it. But point being is, with a new token, it was a hard fork. They had to change all the stuff to bring out a new Gala token. Coinbase, many exchanges did support it, but Coinbase didn't. So those who had Casper on Coinbase, they lost their Casper effectively. They had to change it up, to an exchange that would support the migration. So the people who had it on like Binance, for example, they didn't have to do anything. The exchange did it for them. But those who had it on Coinbase, they still had the Gala V1, and they lost all their tokens. So I'm sure we'll hear more about Casper as the migration goes on. There's not going to be a new token. They've confirmed that pretty much. So we'll have to go through that whole worry. It's just, all we have to do is just make sure that the exchange that holds the Casper tokens are compatible and are accepted in migration, which seemingly I'm sure they all will for what Casper is. If they don't accept it on Tangems and cold storage wallets, which we have to wait and see if they will. If they don't, then again, make sure you have to put it on a centralized exchange, let the migration go through, and then put it back to your cold storage. But again, we have to wait and see for that. That's the very drawn out answer. Point being is, they could be timing it after the rate cuts, and the tier ones that don't come before the end of this year, which right now it looks like only going to be Kraken and Binance, potentially. It'll probably be sometime after Q1 2025 when the hard fork's done. When do coins seem to pump, during news or rumors, or during bull run peaks? Good question. What typically drives a crypto project, besides market sentiments and whatnot, is it's rumors. The saying that's stated in crypto, there's two popular sayings. One is follow the money. So, if BlackRock's buying a crap ton of Bitcoin and whatnot, you want to, in a sense, copy what they're doing, because they're doing it for a reason. So you follow the money. Money normally means that it's going in the right place. More often than not, it's not the do or die or anything like that. But the other common saying in crypto is buy the rumor and you sell the news. Which is why I'm saying the Kraken, stuff like Kraken listing, for example, when they officially announce on their X page, we're listing Casper, USDT spot listing on September 23rd, blah, 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 whatever. They announce the date. That, in a sense, will generate FOMO, fear of missing out. We'll see a pump in the market, most likely. Once it's actually listed, despite it being on a tier 1, what you're going to likely see is that the rumor or the actual things happened, now it's news. Now it's just happened. That's when you start seeing the correction in price. And it will happen quite similarly in bull run peaks as well, I'm sure. Once you get into the bull run peak, the way the market acts is a bit harder to predict, because it's, everything's just kind of going all parabolic and volatile at the same time. So you have to look a bit deeper, which I'll be covering my strategies and stuff in my servers and probably my streams as well. My bull run strategies, my project that I'll be trading into as well, once we get close to that time. So look forward to that. When will KRC20 launched? We have no confirmation yet, as confirmed by Mr. Miles, but it seems to be very likely to be in September this month. Any hypothesis on why the number of smaller wallets dropping so drastically? Yeah, Mr. Miles, again, this is why I love Mr. Miles, and other people in my community as well. You got Cody, you got Leroy as well, you got Casper God as well, who's been very big very recently as well. I've been paying attention, don't worry. These four in particular, and there's some more as well. Although I apologize, I forget your names. I don't know everyone, because the server's growing very quickly. But these 4 I've had a good eye on. They've been very helpful, and some of them are very early. I know Leroy's quite an early member, but he's been very helpful in, you know, bringing the friendliness and interactiveness to the community, and also being very helpful where they can. Mr. Miles is very good at bringing information and his knowledge. So to answer the question on why we're seeing the smaller wallets dropping so much, and, you know, bigger wallets growing in price, growing in size, normally because the smaller wallets are, you know, dropping down and becoming, you know, bigger wallets, typically speaking. Because there's no reason to use, if you're holding 100 Casper, you know, right now 100 Casper, that is, you know, $15 if I'm not mistaken. I think, yeah, $15. You're not going to take $15 out of crypto or out of Casper. That's pointless. You're most likely going to see the smaller wallets flip to bigger wallets. People who get into Casper don't get into Casper because they think, oh, it's a pump and dump. People get into it because they think it's a longevity project like new Bitcoin. It's not. You're not your meme tokens. Casper's not a meme token. It won't be pump and dump like that. People who get into Casper, who get a small amount and accumulate slowly, they think it's got longevity. So we'll see these smaller wallets go bigger and bigger. Although I'm saying that at the same time, there are people who might also decide that they want to take out because, you know, they've got maybe their personal money, not their reserves money, their personal money into crypto, and therefore they can't afford to have correction in the market if they got it at a wrong time, a wrong period. But typically speaking, it's because they want to, you know, upgrade their bags. Say something about Fefe. I did, my man. I said something at the very beginning of the stream about Fefe. I said that it's a meme token that is very, very small in market cap. You know, it's got very small exchange listings, very, very small amount. So it's not a project that I'm very, you know, I'm not very optimistic about it. I'm not a big lover on meme tokens, truth be told. You know, I if you want to invest in meme tokens, by all means go for it. But I'm not a big lover on meme tokens right now. I know getting a meme tokens very, very early is the best way to make money from them, but meme tokens, they have no guarantee they're going to take off because they're just community driven. And with it having so few exchange listings, it doesn't give me much optimism right now. GroveX, which is I knew about Grove when it was first launched. That project has so much had so much FOMO, and the project is dead now. So that I don't care about GroveX. Uniswap is whatever. Uniswap is, you know, it's Uniswap, whatever. It's good. OpenNation as well is also whatever. But it's not got enough for me to be like, okay, yeah, it's a good project. I don't care about Fifi, truth be told. There are other meme tokens that I see that, you know, they've done very well. They're bigger now. You've got Turbo, you've got Brett, obviously Pepe. You've got like Dog with a Hat. You've got all these other, you know, the other meme tokens. Hobie, I think, is another good one that seems to be doing very, very well. I understand those meme tokens, they've got a community behind it. I don't see a community behind Fifi right now. If it does well, great, I missed a bag. Sucks to suck. But I personally, at this point, would not look at Fifi. I'm sorry, IJ, I just wouldn't. I don't like the look of this project right now. That's why I've been holding off meme tokens for the longest time, because you can look at projects that equally have a similar chart, but if they've got a decent, you know, decent team behind it, decent utility, like real world utility tokens, proof of work projects, AI, gaming projects, you know, there's stuff like those projects have a use case behind it. Memes don't. They're just pump and dumps. Well, they're not pump and dumps, probably the wrong terminology, but they're just their bags pump based on the community. Most crypto projects do, but some of them have utility. They pump based on the community, but because they know what's coming for it. This is just a meme token. I'm sorry if that's not the answer you wanted to hear, but I'm not a big lover on memes. We now have just surpassed the hour mark, so I'm going to answer a few more questions before I wrap the stream up for today. As always, again, if you love the streams, I'm going to be doing them daily. Leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more, and subscribe definitely if you want to see more Casper Alpha. It's going to be very, very big. There's more going to be coming for Casper very, very shortly, I am sure. I've got a lot of research to do more of Casper. You know, there's still some roundtables I've not looked into just yet, which I have them saved. I haven't looked at them yet. I need to look into them. But Casper's, you know, Casper's sitting on it. You know, it's climbing up the hill right now, climbing quickly. It's got a pulley. Everyone else is climbing, you know, hand one without a support rope. It's going quicker and quicker. So yeah, I'm very optimistic about Casper, where it's going to go in the very near future. Just going through some questions. I've got a lot of questions to answer. Okay, well, I'm going to have to pick 5 out now because there's way too many questions for me to answer. Hate coming late to the party. Tomorrow I hit my first 1k Casper. Considering it's been 2 weeks, I might hit my target before it pumps. My man Jay, you're never too late. You're never too late to get into Casper. Don't get me wrong, the people got in earlier, but you're never too late. You're in at 15.6 cents. That is so undervalued for a project that should be hitting 5-10 in the years to come. $5-10 in the year to come. So you're very early, so don't worry. The fact that you're in this stream, and I know you're in my server as well, my free Discord server, you're in my stream, in my server, is massive. The fact that you've got an advantage against everybody else. So props to you, my man. I could hold up. I had to buy 332 more Casper. Andy, man, buy more Casper every single day. Good to you, man. Good to you. Filling up your bags. I hope you become the biggest millionaire out of all of us. I really, really do. But yeah, this is I'm going to answer one or two more questions before I wrap it up for the day. And yeah, you're addicted to buying Casper. I mean, you can never have too much Casper, man. That's what I've been saying. I preach it. You can never have too much Casper. Never have too much Casper. The creator of Fifi is also the creator of Hoppy and Pepe. Are you sure that Fifi is a bad investment? I'm not. If you want to, inform me and my community, by all means, please join my free Discord server, because I'm sure the people in there. I know people in my server who are invested in meme tokens, and I'm sure they'd love to hear. I'm not invested into meme tokens, so I'm very hesitant when it comes to meme token suggestions. I just don't know enough about them, so it's unfair for me to say it's a good or bad investment because I don't have the information I haven't got the information, and I have a semi bias against them because I've never invested into them. If I knew about meme tokens and I gave you an answer, I'd be more confident. But right now, I just don't. Unfortunately, I don't, and I'm going to. Don't worry, I plan to build my knowledge in crypto, and that's also why I'm in the server. A free Discord server where we all build our knowledge together, so I get informed about other projects, whereas I'm also helping other people learn more about crypto as well. It's a give and take. So yeah, I'm sure people join my server, ask people in the community, because I know people in my community also hold meme tokens, and ask them what they think. I'm sure people are very friendly in there. People will give you their answer. They might be a bit blunt with it sometimes, but they'll be very helpful, and I know that about it. The fact that he's the creator of Hoppy and Pepe, both that have seemingly done very, very well, does give me some optimism, truth be told. But just looking at the chart right now, I'm just like, I don't know. We look at the lack of exchange listings, I just can't say for sure. Now I know meme tokens, the best time to invest is before the pump. So if I was to invest in Fifi, truth be told, the most I would put in is maybe a couple hundred. I put in such a small amount that it wouldn't affect me at all. And if it blows up, great, but if not, I don't care if I lose it. But it's not a project that I have on my radar and will have on my radar for the time being. Now, if it pumps and I miss it, it sucks to suck. And at the same time, yeah, I mean, Venturi Life puts it here. And I do agree with this. I don't think meme tokens are an investment. Meme tokens are typically used for trading, at least to my knowledge. They'll be used people will get into it, try and call a bottom, get out a top, and then cycle it into real utility projects, one that have longevity, like Casper, like XRP. Gaming projects have some good utility. AI is going on the ups as well. Bitcoin, Ethereum, despite their massive market caps and their limitations, I guess. Meme tokens aren't people will put money into meme tokens, hoping they take off. They take off, great. They've made a lot of money. I know people made a lot of money from meme tokens. People become millionaires from meme tokens, but they won't hold them long term. They're looking for the next meme token. They're very high. They're highly volatile, risky assets, which is why I'm not invested in meme tokens, because there are certain risks in crypto that I'm not willing to take just yet. While I still build my knowledge, I'm not willing to take them. And even then, there's certain ways you can mitigate risks. And I don't personally believe meme tokens are a great investment. Casper's an investment. One of the best investments in this whole space. Meme tokens are an ability to flip your money to put it into investment projects, but they're very risky. According to the chart, Casper's overdue a major pump. Yeah, I mean, Casper's been overdue a major pump for a very long time now. Don't worry. And I'm sure it's going to come. Right now, there's not enough liquidity in the market, but I'm sure we'll see a reversal coming very shortly with the following the rate cuts and whatnot. When I put on my pants, should I zip then button or button then zip? Mr. Miles, man, what are you trolling me for? You should always zip then button. Oh, wait. Yes, I don't know, man. You're doing my nutting. All right, with that, I am going to I'm going to be wrapping up the stream for today. And yeah, Mr. Miles puts here, I already stated so in my stream. But again, for those who are joining my free Discord server, which I highly encourage you to do because I think it's a very useful space for all of to learn. People, as always, are going to try to take advantage of you, so you've got to be careful. Be very vigilant. There are people who have been trying to impersonate me. They join my server sometimes and they're immediately removed and banned. But people who have got smart, they don't join the server, they just try to add you with my username because they know my username. Here you can see my name, and this name is my name on the server. I will never DM you. I will never add, not even just DM you. I will never add you as a friend first. I will never DM you first. I will never add you as a friend first, ever on Discord. If you want to DM me, if you want to add my account, that's fine. More than likely, I will accept you. But I will never add you first. That's the only way that I can deter people from scamming you. I don't want anyone to get scammed. That's the last thing I want. So if you want to avoid the potential of being scammed, just understand that and take it in. If you want to join my server, please join because it's a great place to learn more and more. People have been very happy with the server and people are growing in their intelligence more every day, and I'm glad that people are enjoying the server. But just be careful people who are trying to take advantage of you, because people always try and do that in this space, especially as the space is growing more and more. As this server, this community is growing more and more. More and more people are trying to take advantage of people. I've had a lot of complaints recently, and unfortunately there's only so much I can do. The only thing I can say is just make sure if someone adds you with my name, it is not me. If someone DMs you with my name, it is not me. If you want to get in contact with me, message me on the server, or better still, just send me a friend request first, and then most likely I will accept it. At least for the meantime now, because right now it's still an early community. The people who are really early, I'll probably accept because, you know, they're OGs in the space. Once the server reaches, 5,000 people, which I hope it will, 10,000 people on the server, I'll stop accepting people, of course, because at that point I'll have 200,000 friends. Obviously, I'm doing stupid maths here, but you get the point. But yeah, the server's a great place to learn. Feel free to join. And again, if you enjoy the videos, as always, leave a like on the video. As my man Leroy once again put, I think, I can't even remember, I think he did. Yep, smash the likes, there you go. Always got me. Enjoy the streams, leave a like, share with your friends, subscribe for more. If you want to see more Casper Alpha or just Casper news in general, again, stay tuned, because I'll be doing these streams every single day and bringing what news I can when I can. I'll be making a video hopefully later today as well. Thank you for joining the video, and hopefully I'll see you all in the free Discord server as well, if you haven't joined already. And I'll catch you all tomorrow, same time. See you later.